This life is extremely difficult, and it doesn't get easier the more convictions you get. It is
Okay, pause right there. This isn't just a lecture. This is a warning shot. The judge is laying out the real world consequences before the case even unfolds. And here's the key point. Once you start stacking criminal charges, it's not just about court anymore. It's about your future, your record, and how society sees you. Question: do you think early warnings like this actually change behavior, or is it already too late for most defendants?
hard enough as a black, brown person in society today. Now you start racking up convictions on top of it, or picking up criminal cases? You think it's easier? No. Ma'am, you were charged with theft. I'm sorry, criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 8, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to an apartment complex and made contact with a complaining witness who stated that she and the defendant were in a previous dating relationship and currently live together. They'd gotten in a verbal argument, and the defendant locked the complaining witness out of the apartment.
All right, this is where the situation escalates fast. What started as a domestic argument just turned into criminal mischief with property damage, and possibly more, depending on intent. The bleach, that shows destruction of personal property. The knife and the car, that adds a threatening element, even if no one was physically harmed. Here's the legal reality. Once a weapon is involved, even indirectly, it changes how seriously the court views your behavior. Question: at what point do you think this crossed the line from a personal dispute into a criminal case?
And eventually let her back in. And when she re-entered the apartment, the complainant witness saw the defendant had soaked her clothes in bleach. The complainant witness then told the defendant to leave the apartment. The defendant then left the apartment and took a large kitchen knife outside. And the complaining witness then witnessed the defendant scratch her vehicle with the knife. And the defendant scratched the word bitch onto the hood of complaining witness's vehicle. The complaining witness estimated that the total damages to the vehicle were approximately $1,000.
Ms. Gordon, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand?
Can you do the last part again?
I'm ordering you not to have any contact with this person, not to be in possession of any weapons. If I find that you do, I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? I will make your bond high. I'm going to protect every person in this county. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a small farm animal. Anything you do to endanger my community, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail, and I'm going to make it high. If you don't have anyone to pony up $5,000 to $10,000, you'll be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with. Do you understand? Do you mind reaching out to this person to let them know that we've put these conditions on?
Yes,
to
sir.
let us know if she tries to make contact whatsoever?
Sure.
I don't want to talk about the case. I've got a bunch of DAs here, and whatever you say, they're going to use it against you. Okay, tell me.
Me and the person stay together currently.
I'm ordering you not to have contact with this person.
The person that filed the report was her friend, and the way
You have to understand, you've now been charged with a criminal case. There are certain conditions we put on to ensure that nothing else happens. I don't know what kind of relationship you have. You now have this criminal case. If you get mad because of this criminal case at this person, right, and then you start having words, you're going back to jail. That's why, to prevent that from happening, I don't want you to have contacts with this person. You need to separate. I don't want you to go where she lives, where she works, where she breathes. Don't have any contact. Don't use social media. Don't use someone else to have contact with her.
This right here is the turning point. The judge isn't just enforcing rules, he's trying to interrupt a pattern. No contact orders like this are serious. Break them and you don't just risk your case, you risk immediate jail time. And notice the bigger message. This isn't only about what happened, it's about what could happen next if emotions take over again. Final question. Do you think strict no contact orders actually prevent escalation, or do they just delay the inevitable?
Don't text, call. If I find that you do, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? How old are you, man?
20.
What do you do for a living?
Oh,
What are you studying to be?
like 25.
This is not a good way to start. Because whenever you start going to apply for jobs, they look at records. And when they see someone that has a criminal mischief like this, they're thinking to themselves, you know, we probably shouldn't hire this person because this person, when they get angry, they are volatile. They're like a volcano ready to erupt. Do we want someone like that working with us? Probably not. The more cases you get on your record, the worse life you're going to have. This life is extremely difficult, and it doesn't get easier the more convictions you get. It is hard enough as a black, brown person in society today. Now you start racking up convictions on top of it, or picking up criminal cases. You think it's easier? No. Self-control. Because if you don't, that's why we have jails. You want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, man? You need a lawyer to represent you. You can go hire one, or I'm happy to give you one if you want one. You want one?
Mhm.
Okay. I need you to fill out an application for me. Deputy Miranda is going to give you one. I'm going to create bond conditions where you promise us you're not going to have contact with this person and no weapons as well. Once you sign it, you fill out the application, I'll take a look, and then I'll have you talk to someone today. All right? Please. Can you file no contact, no weapons, please? And then also, at some point, reach out to the complaining witness to let them know that we've done this so that she knows.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that separately.